It is my intention to ascertain as far as possible the plans of the United States government relative to the disposition of Puerto Rico when that island becomes by right of capture its possession. It looks now as if my native island is destined to become American territory, whether the inhabitants desire it or not. And to this I, as well as many of my associates, interpose serious objections. If Puerto Rico is to be annexed to the United States, it should be with the consent of its population, expressed through a regular plebiscite. If the majority of the people desire it, we shall all bow to the majority and accept the inevitable. But if neither I nor any other Puerto Rican compatriot and Republican would like to see the American people violate their mission as a great democratic nation by forcing our native island to become a dependency of the United States, instead of assisting it to shake off the yoke of its Spanish oppressors, and then leave it to build up its own independent government and work out its own destiny. We should be only too glad to have the American people act in the capacity of our mentors, our teachers in the art of enjoying and making use of our liberty, which to the masses of the people who have lived for so many years under the ban of Spanish tyranny is a new feeling. If I shall be allowed to offer any suggestions to the President, I shall make it to my object to point out to him the cause which, in my opinion, is the only one worthy of the dignity and high aim of the American people. Spain must be driven from the Western Hemisphere, and to do this requires men and arms. But there is another provision to this joint resolution, which I think should not be left entirely out of sight. I refer to the declaration which says emphatically that this is not a war of conquest, but for the sake of humanity and the independence and liberty of a people entitled to both. If Cuba is to be free and its people their own masters, are not Puerto Ricans entitled to the same privilege? Have we not suffered long enough under the yoke of an oppressive government, and should we not have the opportunity to show our capability of governing ourselves? The Cubans have been suffering for many years under a tyranny which drove them to extreme despair. Is it at all to be wondered at that, at the first opportunity that offers itself, they should desire in some measure to avenge the wrongs they have endured? It but carries out the idea I have expressed, that all these people who have been buried in the thraldom of slavery do not appreciate the responsibility of liberty, and for that reason must have mentors, teachers, to show them how to act and what to do for their own good. In this role, I am sure the Americans, who have demonstrated so well their ability to govern themselves, will be accepted with gratitude and will receive the heartiest compassion. Thank you.